Assalamu alaikum viewers. From behalf of your live team, I am here. Today's our topic is history of UPSC exams. The Union Public Service Commission, commonly abbreviated as the UPSC, is Indian premier central recruiting agency. It is responsible for appointment to an examination for all Indian service and Group A, Group B of Central Service, while the Department of Personal Training is the central personnel agency in India. The agency charter is granted by Part 14 of the Constitution of India, titled as Service under the Union and the States. This commission is mandated by the Constitution for appointment to the services of the Union and all India services. It is also required to be consulted by the government in matter relating to the appointment, transfer, promotion, disciplinary matters. The commission reported directly to the president and can advise government through him, although such advice is not binding on the government. Being a constitutional authority, UPSC is amongst the few institutions which function with both autonomy and freedom along with the country higher judiciary and lately the election commission. The commission is headquartered at the Dholpur House in New Delhi and the function through its own secretariat. Arvind Saxena has been the chairman of the UPSC since June 2018, established on 1st October 1926 as a Public Service Commission. It was lately reconstituted as a Federal Public Service Commission by the Government of India Act 1935, only to renamed as today's as the Union Public Service Commission after the independence. History of UPSC. The Royal Commission on the Superior Civil Service in India was set up under the chairmanship of the Lord Lee of the Fareham by the British government in 1923 with the equal number of the Indian and British members. The commission submitted its report in 1924 recommending setting up of the Public Service Commission. The Lee Commission proposed that 40% of future entrants should be British, 40% Indian directly recruits and 20% Indian promote from the provincial services. This led to the establishment of the first Public Service Commission on 1st October 1926 under the chairmanship of Sir Rose Baker. A mere limited advisory function was granted to the Public Service Commission, and the leader of the freedom movement continually stressed on this aspect, which then resulted in the setting up of the Federal Service Commission under the Government of India Act 1935. The Federal Public Service Commission becomes the Union Public Service Commission after the independence. It was given a constitutional status with under the Constitution of India on 26 January 1950. Constitutional status. Article 315 and 323 of Part 14 of the Constitution, titled a service under the Union and state, provide for a public service commission for the Union and for each state according to as per Art 315 at the Union level. Union Public Service Commission is envisaged by its UPSC is almost amongst the few institutions which function with the both autonomy and the freedom along with the country's higher judiciary and lately an election commission. Appointment as per the Art 316 chairmen and the other members of the Union Public Service Commission shall be appointed by the President. In case of the office of the chairman becomes vacant, his duties shall be performed by one of the other members of the chair commission as a president may appointed for this purpose. Also, nearly half of the members of the commission shall be persons who at the dates of their respective appointments have held office for the at least 10 years either under the Government of India or under the Government of State. A member of the Union Public Service Commission shall hold office for a term of 6 years from the dates on which he entered upon his office or until the attained at the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. Under the Art 318, the President is empowered to determine number of the member of the Commission and their conditions of service. Further, he can make provision with the respects to the number of members of the staff of the Commission and their condition of services too. Also, conditions of the service cannot be varied to his disadvantage after his disappointment. As per Art 319, a person who holds office The chairman shall, on the expiration of his term of the office, be ineligible for the reappointment to that office, but a member other than the chairman of the Union Public Service Commission shall be eligible for the appointment as the chairman of the Union Public Service Commission or as the chairman of the State Public Service Commission, but not for any other employment either under the government of the India or under the government of the state. Also, the chairman of the State Public Service Commission shall be eligible for appointment as the chairman or any other member of the Union Public Service Commission.